What's up guys, it's PortHub. Today I want to rant to you about a deadly trend that's been happening for a while in gaming, and that is stuff like kickstarting your game on Kickstarter. Oh yes, the infamous kickstarting your game. A lot of times you get a little asshole kid or some suit trying to sell you a shitty game idea with nothing but a fund me 50K, I have this near impossible game idea. And most of the time people can see through this bullshit, but what happens when you get a team of people willing to make their game look almost legit? Well, you get something much deadlier, honestly. Something people are willing to give their hard-earned doubloons to. The game I am talking about is something called Identity. Now, I don't exactly know how many people have heard of this game before. I only see it mentioned sometimes. But the thing is it got kickstarted for $150,000. And my question is, just how? Let's take a look at the video and see if we can figure out why or how. Oh yeah, and by the way, their official YouTube page only uploaded like 2 videos, and that was over a year ago. Oh yay, Unreal 4 engine, how epic.
Identity is an MMORPG that's not really like any of the others you've probably played before. We're not about leveling and questing and grinding up to be able to play with your friends at a higher level. Everything is about the people and the interactions between them.
Okay, so right here we have the first huge thing of bullshit. This is the type of bullshit everyone says about their game. I mean, right away, it sounds like one of those kids on Kickstarter I was talking about earlier. They pitched their little shit idea on Kickstarter, claiming it's going to be an RPG, but not necessarily. You know, they're claiming it's revolutionary. Everybody does that, but it's kind of annoying at this point. Also, calling this an MMORPG is kind of like calling Second Life an MMORPG. I'm not exactly sure what the rules are for classifying a multiplayer experience, but I would not classify something like this or Second Life or GT Online to be MMORPGs, which this project here is clearly trying to be.
Because of this, it's actually the people who play all of the different roles in the game, aside from some really minor things like shops and whatnot.
Shops and whatnot. And whatnot? Really? You're trying to sell us a game, and when you are explaining the structure and experience of your game, you list one item and then say, and whatnot? What else is this and whatnot? Like, what if you were watching Todd Howard unveil the next Elder Scrolls, and then right in the middle of an important question and talking points, he finishes with a, and whatnot? You don't do that. That's like high school speech class 101 right there. But I mean, what can you really expect from Kickstarter?
You could become a businessman, for example, or you could be a criminal and try and get that fortune just a little bit faster. You could become a policeman or paramedic, a firefighter, the list goes on. In each of these careers, there's a totally separate progression path where you can grow your way through the ranks and unlock new abilities and move your way.
Okay, so what it sounds like here is this is going to be some type of like action game, except it sounds totally bogus. Because whoever thought of this concept was really liked GT Online to the point where they're like, oh dude, what if the cops and pedestrians were actually other people? Dude, wouldn't that be like so badass, dude? And sure, I guess in a sense that does sound pretty cool, except for the part where I don't think anyone wants to play a game where all this high impact action is going on all around them, and they're just some truck driver or gardener or whatever the fuck. In gaming, you have to take only a few things out of a hat, and then you have to focus on them. So excuse me if I don't really sound like I believe this game's gardening mechanics or truck driving mechanics are going to be as focused and streamlined as their cops and robber style gameplay, which this is clearly focusing on. I hope for the sake of the devs and the sake of the players that they scrap all this nonsensical role-playing as a normal citizen, focus on the criminal aspect of the game. But then again, if they only focused on the criminal aspect of the game, this would mean this trailer is 100% misleading. And yeah, I put trailer in quotations, and I'll show you why in a second, guys. Also, take a look at this concept art. I highly doubt this is going to be in the game, and this is more used as, bait to bait you into buying the project because, oh, hey, look, it's a semi-truck with flames on it. Doesn't that look cool, guys?
In addition to that, there's even player government where you, the people, are actually going to be able to elect other players into office who can set laws and control taxes and...
Oh boy, yeah, because we know how well this works out in every other game that has this.
That said, we're keeping some things not so much on the traditional arcadey role of MMOs, but going more a little realistic when it comes to weapons, health, and vehicles. That is, vehicles are going to handle like real vehicles, they're going to crash like real vehicles, weapons are going to shoot like the real counterpart in real life.
Hey, you know how you say your game ID in 2015 or 2016? Just throw in some buzzwords about how realistic everything is going to be. Just go on and lie about how realistic the handling and weapon system is going to be. Also, this brings back my point about how this is solely going to be a cops and robbers game. You are not going to be playing this game for the immersive second lifestyle experience, okay?
Yeah, it is. It's pretty selfish too to go sitting in a chair and looking like that and
Oh my god!
Text communication exists, but we've sort of downplayed it a bit compared to most other MMOs. Instead, we're going for voice over IP, which means when you speak into your microphone, your voice is going to be coming out of your character's mouth will move and everything accordingly.
So, you mean like Rust or GTA? I'm not exactly sure why this is a talking point. I mean, so many other games are doing it right now. It's not exactly revolutionary. It really doesn't matter at all.
With this, we actually created karaoke bars where you can go and sing and just have a fun time with friends. And if karaoke is not really your thing, we have other fun stuff like cinemas. The cinemas are actually playing real movies. You can walk in, sit down with friends, and watch an actual movie play start to end.
Cool, can I watch Space Jam? Yeah, no, they're not going to be showing real movies. And if they are showing real movies, you can bet your sweet little cherry ass they won't get away with it. Studios are super fucking protective of their stuff and won't let this shit fly even for a second. Can you even imagine what kind of what made up fucking license they would have to get to actually stream real movies onto their game or whatever they're claiming to do? I don't even know what they're claiming to do. Like, they say real movies, but how real are we talking here? Are we talking Birdemic real? Are we talking Civil War real? What kind of fucking movies are we talking about here? Either way, I don't think either of those could legally actually be shown in a in-game movie theater. That's why GTA has movie theaters, but they're parody movies because you can't fucking show real movies. Okay, guys, this is what I was talking about when I used trailer in quotations. This isn't a fucking trailer. This is a tech demo to the Unreal 4 engine. This doesn't actually count as gameplay. This is about as much gameplay as the opening bit we saw at the very beginning of this whole project with, the knight or whatever smashing the camera and Unreal 4 popped up. This is like, I mean, from what I see, I could totally be wrong about this, but what I can compare it to is if you put something you made on Source Filmmaker and then kickstarted it and did a first person perspective in a Source Filmmaker and then try to pass it off as a game. This is very comparable to that.
We even have musical instruments that you can actually play note by note however you like. There's fun little mini games such as paintball that you can play with your friends.
Why specifically would he mention paintball? I mean, in a game that's already about shooting, why would there be a need to have a paintball mode or mini game or what the fuck? If I recall, paintball games were never too successful because why play paintball on a video game when you can have arguably a better experience playing Call of Duty, Team Fortress 2, or Battlefield for that matter? So it's entirely pointless to have paintball in a shooting game. I mean, sure, you can put a paintball gun or water gun or whatever useless other weapon as a novelty, but as for making it a PvP event or mini game, it's pointless. Why would I want to play paintball when I can just go PvP and get a similar experience? This is a long video filled with a lot of boring stuff in it where he just talks about the economy, basically saying you can buy and sell and craft stuff. I'm not entirely sure if he means there's going to be like a Second Life 2D modeling tool where you can mod stuff and sell it to other players, or he's simply saying you can buy and craft and sell stuff in-game. I don't know what he means, and I don't really care at this point because he didn't even make it clear. Whatever he's saying, it's been done before. And I'm pretty much not taking anything else he says seriously anymore with the whole showing tech demo of the engine and trying to pass it off as gameplay. Another lying bullshit about there being real movies and radio streaming services and blah, blah, blah. It's all bullshit, guys.
If you're interested in becoming a police officer, you're also going to get all kinds of extra powers and abilities and even weaponry that other people don't have. For example, you're going to be able to arrest other players who are breaking the law.
Oh yeah, because this works so well on other games similar to this.
I can barely hear you.
What are you gonna do about it, officers? You gonna
You
arrest
either
me?
need to.
You gonna arrest
You need to
me?
bring the mic closer to your mouth.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be outside lockdown, so
Or yeah.
What are you
I
gonna
mean,
do?
we might have to.
Oh shit!
You can tase them if you have to subdue them without killing them. You even have your own special vehicles with police radar, sirens, searchlights, and the list goes on.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Back it up a little. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see this? Jesus Christ! I'm done. The rest of the video is just more lies and talking like some 12-year-old kid who came up with this game idea. He talks about capture point game modes and whatever. And guess what? Surprise! The concept is they work just like regular capture point game modes you'd see in any other game. Now let's look at the comments section. You literally cannot make this shit up. Look at this top comment right here. It's by them, and this is what it reads. Identity will be funded externally. Kickstarter campaign is nowhere near enough to produce identity. Oh, I would have thought. But serves as a proof of concept for our currently engaged investors. Basically, if you gave them money, you got fucked. Like, someone should seriously upload this to eFucked if you donated money. All this shit, and they were only asking for $150,000. Let me just put that in some perspective for you. $150,000 will not get you shit, and it sure as fuck won't deliver on literally any of this shit they just said. You guys know that game World of Warcraft? I mean, you know, a pretty popular game, World of Warcraft. Well, that took a huge team, years and years and years and years to make, and it costed them $63 million to make. I found their website, and they're still trying to raise money for it, apparently. Their Kickstarter got them $150K they asked for. You know, as their first comment said, not enough. But looky here, we have the retard tiers. I mean, reward tiers. Let's iDubbbz it up a little bit and read off the reward tier. So for 15 USD, you get a hat and a passport. I have no idea what the fuck that means. It's not clear to me. I don't know if they mean an in-game item. I have no fucking clue what a passport is. So whatever, let's just move on, I guess. For $30, you can become a founder and get beta access. $30 for beta access, boys! Yeah, you also get the hat and the passport, whatever. So for $50, you get the hat, passport, and a rusted car, because it's better than a bike. For $60 Renos, you get all that and 1,000 in-game dollary dues. Oh my god, I'm sick of reading this shit already, but whatever. Let's just keep pushing through, I guess. For $90, you get to be a homeowner. Homeowner. You get added on to everything that I just listed before. You get an apartment and an old dirt bike and a garage to go with everything I just listed before. For $100, you get to be a biker. You get a used bike in-game for only $100. Oh boy. For $150, you get upsized. You get a bigger apartment, whatever. For $200, you get to be a speed demon. You get a sports car and a bigger garage and whatever the fuck house, I guess, and an extra $2,000. And last but definitely not least, for $500, you can be a VIP. A big stack in the wallet, a closet full of trendy clothes, and a large apartment to call home. You've got it all, baby. Comes with all the bullshit I listed before, and I'm honestly fucking tired of reading these. Oh, and look, it comes with a dozen outfits for $500. Yay! Nothing at all mentioned about buying the game. I'm assuming it's a free-to-play game then, I hope, I guess. I don't know. I'm using free very, very fucking loosely here, too, by the way. And yeah, this project is still active, I guess, but no videos in over a year. You know, there's been an update about they're releasing the demo for it, the beta that you can spend $30 to get in, whatever. And I wonder why there hasn't been any more videos. Is it maybe because everything was shown was made in a 3D modeling tool? Is it maybe because it was all bullshit and lies? I don't know. We'll see. Not much else to see besides community damage controllers. I mean, community managers talk to people about how the crash physics will be like GTA. Yeah, I bet. Also, one last thing before we go. The comment section of the YouTube page is filled with just nonsense. A lot of, bring this to console! No one here typing seems to be over the age of 15. A lot of them with meme profile pictures. It just seems too friendly. There's no voice of reason here that you would hope or expect. No one questioning how the fuck they're gonna pull it off, and not even a single person bitching in the comment section that literally admits the $150,000 was just for proof of concept. I mean, there literally isn't a single bad comment here. It's all compliments talking about how ambitious it looks. So I can only assume that there's some type of foul play here, and me even making this video is putting my fucking channel at risk. I honestly think this is pretty fucking disturbing. I looked through the comments up and down trying to find a negative comment. I searched for videos that may be negative, and honestly the meanest thing I could find is when somebody says something like, "Oh, not my cup of tea, but very ambitious." Also, as a little disclaimer, I see that they have a pretty professional looking website, and they even have a Steam page or whatever. I don't know if that actually means anything. I'm honestly not sure. But who knows? They might deliver on everything. I highly doubt it, but it's entirely possible. It may be a fun game if it comes out. I don't have a problem with the game. What I have a problem with is kickstarting it as proof of concept and then saying stuff that clearly won't be in the game. They basically did what any kid or guy does on Kickstarter and pitched an idea and made people buy an idea to the game without any like proof they actually have the experience to make such a game. That's at least how I see it. Maybe the devs are good qualified people who might be able to pull this off, but I'm really fucking doubting it. Who knows? Maybe I'll eat my own words. That's gonna do it for today's video. If people start watching this, I'd love to do more videos like this. I have plenty more ideas and memes or whatever the fuck, so subscribe. Tell a friend, leave a like, and I'll see you next time. A big stack in the wallet, a family... Hold on.